guys, welcome to Classic Rule Comedies, Facts, and Trivia. Today's video is kind of on, well, it's up to you. Andy Griffith Show or Gomer Pyle USMC. Anyway, Jim Nabors got a letter from Ron Howard, who played Opie, of course, more than 50 years after they met. This is cool. For 23 episodes between 1962 and 64, Jim Nabors played Gomer Pyle on The Andy Griffith Show. And while the character would eventually have its own spin-off with Gomer Pyle USMC, he lived in Mayberry for a few years before enlisting. Gomer lived side by side with the Taylors and Barney Fife, all of which gave Nabors the meaningful experience of working with some of the greatest performers of this day. People always want to know, of course, whether the co-stars stayed in touch after the production wrapped. Nabors reunited briefly with some of his castmates for the Andy Griffith, Don Knotts, Jim Nabors Show, a 1965 variety program. While the sketch format would allow plenty of opportunity for the three men to appear as Mayberry characters, none of them did, foregoing the chance to cash in on what already made them famous. The actors attempted to satisfy audience expectations by performing new characters previously unseen on the Andy Griffith Show. Cast The Andy Griffith Show reunited for the 1986 return to Mayberry television movie and the public appearances that surrounded the program, but this was a rare example of Nabors, Knotts, and Griffith working together after the 60s. Accounts persisted that Griffith and Knotts resented Nabors' success and both held a serious grudge. In fact, Griffith went decades without even speaking to him. While the grown-ups of Mayberry may not have all kept in touch, one of the youngest residents still wrote to Jim Nabors decades later. In 2014 interview with the Indianapolis Monthly, Nabors had the chance to discuss one of his favorite topics, the Indy 500, where the actor had the pleasure and honor of starting the festivities each year with his rounding rendition of Back Home Again in Indiana. However, the wide-ranging conversation naturally touched on the highlights of yesteryear. The interviewer asked Nabors if he kept in touch with Ron Howard, and the answer was genuinely heartwarming. "I got a letter from him the other day, and it was the sweetest note," said Nabors. "Very personal thing, and I was dumbfounded to get it. He was talking about how he just turned 60. Now, see, I've known Ron since he was 6 years old. He wrote this letter, and he said that he was going to have a party for his 60th birthday, but it coincided with the Academy Awards. Too many of his friends wouldn't be able to come. He said if he ever decided to have the party, I would certainly be on the top of that list." I think it's always great when people remember you and like you. And then as far as the thing with Andy and Don Knotts being jealous, I've read that a time or two, but I have a hard time buying into that. He had success, but Andy and Don Knotts had major success as well, so I doubt that's true. But that's just me and my opinion and me guessing. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please like this video. And you have a great day. God bless you. And as always, I'm praying for you.